Hello, my mathematicians. This is Miss Foster with Math in Focus, 3rd grade, Chapter 17, Lesson 3 on perpendicular lines. Yesterday, we talked about right angles. Well, perpendicular lines are just lines or line segments or even something called a ray that meet at a right angle. So I've drawn two line segments here, and if you look at them, you can see that when they are perpendicular to each other, every angle created by their intersection is a right angle. This will be true if they are line segments or lines, which, as you, I hope, remember, is a straight line that goes on and on forever in opposite directions, or a ray, which I haven't taught you yet, which has an ending point, which I will label Y right here, and then goes on from that starting point forever and ever in the other direction. Whenever a line segment, or a ray are perpendicular to each other, the angles created where they intersect will all be right angles. But as you can see up here, they get turned around sometimes. And so you gotta check in with them and make sure. Now right here we have two intersecting lines, line CD and line EF. The angle right here is not a right angle. It's too big. The one opposite it is also a right angle. Here's a little geometric secret. These are equal to each other. Now, if you wanted to show an angle of a difference in degree of separation, then we would say that this angle is smaller than this one, so we'll give it two curvy lines, but it's equal to this one, which also is not a right angle. You can still use your folded paper to check, and your job today is to use that folded paper and what you know about right angles to find perpendicular lines. So let's take my right angle here and use it to help me decide if any of these angles are perpendicular or any of these lines are perpendicular. So I'm going to get out that same little homemade right angle right there, and look, that is a perpendicular line. But wait a minute, if these lines are meeting perpendicularly here, does that mean that this will be a right angle too? Let's go ahead and check that. Let me see, get it all lined up, and whoa, I think it is. What about on the other side? Will they all be right angles? I believe they will be, but let's just confirm. Yup, that one's correct, or right. Spin this around a little bit, and that one is too. So this does have perpendicular lines. Now, what about these angles created by these two lines? Are these two lines perpendicular to each other? Well, when I visually just look at it, I'm pretty sure the answer is no. But let's just check with my geometric model here. I was right. Look at the extra space right there. So these lines are not perpendicular. No. I could make this one into a lovely yes. And so because this is such an important vocabulary word, often to test themselves or to help their learners, mathematicians will create huge geometry figures. This one is made out of all lines. Do you see all those arrows there? And do you notice again that the points are there to name the lines and, the intersections? And they are all a different letter. Remember, points only get a name that is one letter long. Lines have one dimension, so they get two. Wow, can we find any perpendicular lines in here? Better get my model. Although I'm going to make some predictions this time around because I'm so used to seeing these perpendicular lines everywhere. I'm wondering if I can just estimate. So I'm going to estimate that this is a perpendicular line. These lines are perpendicular. I don't think these are. That doesn't look like a right angle to me. I don't think these look like right angles to me either. All right, so let me see here. If I take this guy and kind of turn him there, am I right about these lines? Is CD parallel to AB? And the answer is, perpendicular? Yes, they are. Okay, so down here, I can say that line CD is perpendicular to line AB. Wow, Miss Foster, that's a super long word. Uh-huh. You might want to learn how to spell it. It would be a great spelling challenge. Now, line AB, I have line CD here because I'm naming my line with these points, D and C, which is a little hard to see with my model. And you can put line CD or you can even draw a little line with arrows on top of it. That's how you make a name tag for a line. Now these are so prevalent that you will find them in everyday objects. So this line segment is perpendicular to that one. And this line segment is also perpendicular to this one. This line segment is also perpendicular to that one. I didn't draw it very well, but you can see that it is. And this line segment is also perpendicular to this one. How about on a book? Here we have pairs of parallel lines, or perpendicular lines, so many of them. So for your work today, you've got 3 pages. That gives them lots of space to give you pictures. And they want you to look around and find all the perpendicular lines that you can. If you get one wrong, don't worry. Figure out what your mistake was and learn from it. If you're still not sure about perpendicular lines, you can talk to your parents at home. They've got this one, guys. You can rewatch this video, draw, or even use your geometric model of a right angle, because perpendicular lines meet at right angles. And if you're feeling like an extension student and you want a creative way to get even more, well, my friends, you can go online and do an image search for any room that you want. This is the throne room I found, and it's got perspective, so I have to really think hard about what lines I'm used to. I happen to know that this is what square tiles look like as they recede into the distance away from me. So I know that these are perpendicular lines. And here's another right angle. Here are stairs. Do you notice how that right is going to be at a right angle to the floor? So just going through this, whoops, here's a right angle, and finding all the right angles is kind of a fun exercise because there are so many of them. And you need to use your ability to see things far away and things far away coming together at a point of perspective. This will also, of course, help you in art class, which is one of our most important subjects. Trust me, it is, especially if you love math. So my friends, thanks for playing math with me. Go have fun with perpendicular lines. Bye-bye for now.